Welcome to another episode on the ACU Bootcamp series on the JPS Interop channel. In this episode, we'll discuss how we can use alignment standards to yield meticulous compatibility between the ACU gateway and the radio environment. We'll learn systematic and organized configuration steps that will ensure proper setup of the ACU gateway, and this will give you knowledge to confidently troubleshoot communication issues that may be experienced during actual operations. As we learned from the previous episode where we discussed ACU Technology, the DSP radio interface modules contain a digital signal processor that helps us analyze analog audio and allows users to make full adjustments to the transmit and receive audio to ensure compatibility between the radio environment and the ACU gateway. And since JPS Interoperability Solutions uses digital signal processors in most of their products, you can apply what you'll learn in the ACU Bootcamp series to those other products. When you take delivery of a new ACU gateway, modules are already configured in a default state from the factory. You can attach a donor radio to the DSP2 module in the case of the ACU 2000 and immediately begin interoperating with the modules with those default states. However, when using factory states, you run the risk of overmodulating or undermodulating radios, losing the first few syllables or words of a transmission, inadvertently keying and transmitting on disparate agencies' radio systems, or even making an entire radio channel or talk group completely inoperable. And during mission-critical operations, any interoperable gateway, if not properly configured or deployed, can incapacitate an entire radio or telephony system. And never assume that the factory default settings will work under any circumstance. The adjustments that will be made at the DSP level will compensate for transmit and receive audio levels, which can prevent over and undermodulating disparate systems, processes associated with the radio environment and the ACU gateway. But for the most part, these adjustments will compensate for the functional differences between radio environments. The DSP is the key to making disparate radio systems compatible. A good example of this disparity is the sharing of communications between a military tactical satellite radio system and a public safety radio network. Each of these radio systems have many extreme dissimilarities that can mutually degrade communications of each of those radio environments if the associated gateway interfaces are not properly set up. Before we begin the alignment process of DSP modules or ACU radio interfaces, let's step back and briefly talk about the HSP2 module of the ACU 2000. As described in a previous episode, one of the functions of the HSP2 module is that it supports a push-to-talk handset that can be used to facilitate half-duplex or full-duplex conversations with any of the disparate radio environments associated with the ACU gateway. Conversations using the HSP handset takes place through the backplane of the ACU, whether that be through a hardware or a network backplane. Note that each of the ACU gateways produced by JPS Interoperability Solutions has an associated push-to-talk handset. One important attribute of the HSP handset is there are no audio level adjustments between the handset and the backplane of the ACU, meaning the receive and transmit audio from the handset is at a fixed level and cannot be adjusted to or from the backplane. The volume knobs or volume up and down buttons on the ACU gateways only controls the audio that we hear from the internal speaker or the handset. With that being said, we can use the HSP and the backplane elements as an alignment standard. If we align and configure each interface against the handset's non-adjustable characteristics, we can achieve unity gain across the entire ACU gateway. This means a gain of 1 or unity. What enters the gateway through the donor radio equally exits the gateway through an associated disparate radio. We adjust the gain of each ACU interface such that there's always a standard level of audio traversing the ACU backplane. We then compensate on the input and output of each ACU interface to match the operational envelope of the donor radio. With a proper alignment, the ACU takes whatever the receiving donor radio provides and delivers the optimal audio level to the transmitting donor radio. This prevents over or under modulating the transmitting donor radio, thus achieving unity gain. And the most important advice we can give you when beginning an alignment or troubleshooting an interface module, always cross-connect the single interface module of interest with the ACU handset element of the gateway. If you align one interface module against another interface module, there will be a risk of contaminating settings of one module with the improper settings of another module. The same cross connection can be accomplished using the Waze controller or any of the ACU browser-based controllers. At any time you experience communication issues associated with an interoperable cross-connection during actual operations, immediately disband the suspect interface from the interoperable cross-connection and then cross-connect the interface with the handset to conduct your troubleshooting activities. Do not under any circumstance begin troubleshooting with the suspect interface while in an interoperable cross-connection. By removing the suspect interface, you're allowing concurrent interoperability to continue and also allow subscriber units associated with the suspect interface to continue using your radios in an unimpaired manner in the field. So this concludes another ACU Bootcamp episode. In the next episode, we'll discuss radio interface cables, radio profiles, and templates that can be used to simplify the setup of interface modules in the ACU gateway. Every couple of weeks, we should have a new episode of useful technical information that'll help you better understand ACU technology and provide your organization or agency dependable, interoperable communication. And if you have any suggestions on future episodes you would like us to include, or you are interested in more information on our products and solutions, give us a call or visit us at jpsinterop.com.